So I used to be a massive fan of the Spice Girls song Two Become One. After this movie, not anymore. So Together was one of those films that was sort of on my radar, you know, in the back of my mind, and I heard it was doing the rounds at the Sydney Film Festival. A few friends managed to see it a few months ago, or I think it was last month. They really raved about it. And again, I had seen snippets of clips, posters, film stills. I didn't actively watch trailers. I just saw little clips here and there, things that would pop up on social media, and the buzz was really promising. So today I had an opportunity to see a screener of the film for a campaign I'm doing in a couple of days' time, which is really exciting. And I thought, this is great. This gives me an opportunity to watch the film, and holy shit, like what a pleasant surprise and a half. So this is gonna be a quick little review, guys. And the cool thing about this film is it stars Dave Franco and Alison Brie, who are married in real life. Now this film is written and directed by Aussie Michael Shanks. Now there is a lot of homegrown talent in front and behind the camera because this was predominantly filmed in Melbourne, which is really cool. So essentially the basic premise of Together is years into their relationship, Tim and Millie, played by Franco and Brie, find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country with tensions already flaring. An encounter with an unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. Sounds very Hellraiser. So yeah, essentially Tim and Millie move to the country. Millie has a new job as a teacher, whilst Tim is an aspiring muso, and it's that typical trope of, the band's gonna make it, babe, come on. They go on a hike together. They fall into this cave where there's some spurious shit and insignia up on the rock walls, and after that, things aren't the same. Things start to happen with their bodies separately and together. And from there, it is the most bombastic film I have seen in a while, with a lot of interesting, intriguing body horror. I love a good body horror film. And this film has a lot of throwbacks to, say, you know, elements of The Thing, The Fly, even most recently with The Substance. Now, the unique thing about this film is it's very intimate with its cast. It isn't an overblown cast, which I really love. And with an hour 40 runtime, it was the perfect runtime for me. I think the standout for me, apart from Dave Franco and Alison Brie, because you have that chemistry already with them being married, or in the case of their characters, Tim and Millie, lack of chemistry. They're trying to salvage their relationship. They are thinking about getting married, but I love that when things happen post-cave events, things start to happen where they think it's one another at each other's faces, at each other's throats, just being a couple that aren't getting along, but it's these physical changes that are manifesting within their body. But yeah, apart from those two as a standout, we have Damon Herriman, who is homegrown Aussie talent and a severely underrated actor, and I was so happy to see him in this film. He kills it once again. He's got an American accent this time around, and the dude he really can kill it when it comes to doing an American accent. I am so gutted I never got to see more of him, or we never got to see more of him as Charlie Manson in Mindhunter. And it's funny, last month when we had the premiere of Dangerous Animals, he was standing right next to me waiting at the bar, and I was going to say hi, and I got super shy and super starstruck, and he was just there chatting with everyone, like such a chill dude. He is great in this. The whole cast, as intimate as they are, do a great job. You've got a mix of people doing American accents, you have actual American actors, then you have people using their native Aussie accent, which is really cool. I think if anything, at the beginning of the film, things drag a little bit, but once things happen post-cave encounter, it's great. And we do have to set up this couple and where they're at. They are at a crossroads with their relationship. They have different careers they want to pursue, and they're butting heads. So I understand we have to set that up. There are moments and elements towards and during the climax of the film where I wouldn't say it reveals too much of the monster. I'm just going to say reveals too much of the monster. There isn't really a monster at play here, but it sort of goes into too much of the territory of, is this going to reveal too much? Whereas a lot of you guys know, I love the thing of less is more. To me, my imagination runs to the worst case scenario or the worst image and vision of what could be doing the damage in a film. And it veers into that territory definitely where it could reveal a bit too much, but then it pulls you back and doesn't explain anymore, which I really appreciated. And there was some comedic elements in this that are during scenes of extreme body horror, extreme pain, and it added just this weird bit of sick and twisted levity that I appreciated, that I didn't expect. So that was a nice little addition to this film. When it comes to the makeup effects, you've got a blend of practical and visual, and there are some visual effects that, you know, I want to get to the bottom of with who the VFX artists were and everything, because they blend very well with the practical. There are some instances where there's a lot of practical effects, and for the most part, a lot of in-camera practical effects. But the CGI, the VFX elements, there was some crackerjack shots, man. Like, you know it's good when it's better than Deadpool and Wolverine. You know when the bald chick puts her fingers through the guy's head and he's fingering his brain? It looked better than a high-budget Marvel film, and I'm really intrigued with who the VFX company was. I need to look into that. This is definitely one of those films, guys, where I think it's best not to watch trailers going in. Just have a brief synopsis. My biggest regret is watching it on my laptop in my living room, you know, because I got a screener. The film isn't out yet, but I had to see a screener in order for this campaign to go ahead, which I am really excited about, so I can't wait for you guys to see that. But I definitely want to see this again up on the big screen, because the sound design in this is incredible. The score is incredible. It's the same composer, and I'll pop his name down the bottom here, who composed Bring Her Back and Talk to Me from the Raka Raka Boys. It's that very unsettling, nerving kind of, as if you're peeling skin away from your fingernail kind of score, where it plays with your senses, paired with some really brilliant sound design of the body horror, bones cracking, guts, you know, sloshing about. All these elements combined with what's going on up on screen at times, paired with some strange music choices. Case in point, the Spice Girls, but somehow it just fucking works. At the very, very end, I am very keen and intrigued to hear what people think, as it threw me for a twofer. I was like, what? In the best way possible. It was like, okay, that was fucking crazy, man. So guys, I definitely think give Together a crack. Please see it at the cinemas if you are going to see it. Don't wait for it to come out on streaming. You really need to experience the beautiful practical visual effects, the body horror, some wonderful performances, the sound design, the score. I definitely want to go back and see it again, but this time in the cinemas. Like, the sound was great on my laptop. I could only imagine what that would be like in, say, like a VMAX cinema here in Australia. So with that, I'm going to be giving Together 4 reciprocating saws out of 5. Ooh. So guys, if you do manage to check out Together, drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. It's definitely one of those nice little hidden gems. And yeah, I hope it gets a lot of eyes on it. Or eyes together. Ugh. Love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.